everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to more Yggdrasil Chronicles as we are trying to solve the murder of Baldur with our three gods Thor, Tyr, and Freya, while at the same time defending the world tree and the 9 realms against the evils of Loki and Hel and Fenrir. In this game, we are trying to do the first of the mission quests, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. You probably already know. And we are playing this game with our three gods, Thor, Tyr, and Freya. Now, as you can tell, one of the unique aspects of this game, if you haven't been watching, is that it's a three-dimensional board for sure. Goes up and down, left and right, and movement is important. So there's lots of different actions you can take. You can see different kinds of cards and all kinds of stuff. You can also see where we're at on the board as far as our enemies are concerned. We have Jormungand and Hel are about to trigger, perhaps. And that's where they're at right now. Let's go take a look at the scenario real quick, just a refresher. And here is the scenario. This is Baldur's Murder. We're on Saga 1, Step 1 of 4. We're on the second part to this. This is Nidhogg. Nidhogg is moving along this track. If Nidhogg gets to here in this particular scenario, we will lose. That black tree, or the tree that's all wilted there, is a loss condition, where in other ones there's a beautiful tree there. It means that you win when you get there. So various different things. Now, when we have gotten all of these promise tokens down the realm, where we're getting the creatures of the 9 realms to promise to help protect Baldur, we will find out, well, we'll get them down. That's how we win the scenario. We got to do that before this gets to here. It doesn't seem like it's that hard. You can see that we're going to place one down every time as an action when we're on a space. We can take that as our action for that turn. All right, well, let's get started with the game. I just want to do a quick refresher because it's been a couple of days and I didn't know how closely people were watching, so I thought I'd freshen it back up. And here we are. We do have some fire giants on the fire giant track right here, improving the power of Surt. And we have artifacts up over here. We got a frost giant helping Loki up in Asgard. He's blocking Asgard. So we got a lot of things we got to do. One thing about this game is you have to cover a lot of ground. There's a lot happening, and it makes it kind of challenging. So anyway, let's get right to the game. This is another Mystic Eye Games playthrough, and I appreciate it. Let's get going. Alright, so the first thing that happens is we have to draw a new card for each of our heroes off of their deck. So there's Thor's, there is Tyr's, and there is Freya's card. Now, what we do with these is we're going to decide who goes when. You can go in any order you want. We're going to flip that card and we're going to place it on the enemy track, and hopefully we don't trigger too many enemies. I think we're going to go with Freya first, because one of the main mission, and I'm slacking on this a little bit, is getting these promise tokens down, and I've been trying to do some other things, because really all we have to do is get those down in this scenario, we win. So we have currently, I think, 1, 2, 3, oh man, only three of them out so far. We got a long ways to go. So I think we're going to start with Freya, because she has an opportunity to get one of these out now. Let's see what the beast is that she's going to deal with. So this is Fenrir. Now that's okay, because Fenrir does not have another card out. So Fenrir is just going to go right there. Nothing's going to happen until another Fenrir card appears from one of the decks. I was going to have her, because we got these 3 warriors up here in Asgard, I was going to have her defeat that frost giant there, but I think we're going to do something a little different, because I want to get these realms completed. Let's get the top realm going and done. So we're going to have Freya move over to this realm here. I don't remember all their names off the top of my head, but this is where we get dice. And then we're going to take at random one of these tokens, and let's see, just randomize them up, and we'll take this one, and that will go right there. There, now we're even closer to our objective. But that's her action, so that's her whole turn. Now the good news is, we had built Freya up quite a bit. She's got 3 elves and a couple of extra of these Vanir dice. So that's a good thing for us. Okay, so Tyr and Thor are together. In the realm that they have, there's already a token down, and I think they got to take some actions to get some more tokens out. So let's just go with Thor, see what he gets. Loki. Okay, well that's good news for us too, because Loki is got his first card on the board. Now, that means we're really likely to trigger somebody pretty soon. So let's go see what Thor is going to do. As you can see, we already have one of these tokens down with Thor, or with in this realm here with the beasts. We're going to send Thor over to here into this realm. And we're going to do the same thing because I do want to get these down. And I'm just going to draw one of these at random. Here it is. And we don't get to see what they are because it's going to matter in the next part of the scenario. So there, now we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 to go. That is not so bad. And that is going to be, but unfortunately that's the end of Thor's turn. So all we have left is Tyr. Oh man, Tyr is going to activate Jormungand. Let's go take a look. So that goes right there. Now before Tyr gets to take his turn, we're going to see what Jormungand is going to do to us. Okay, here's Jormungand. It says when Jormungand is activated, move Jormungand 1 island over on Midgard. If Jormungand is already on the rightmost island, we lose the game. He's not. That's good. So we'll take a look at this in just a second. Then it says, then add an anonymous pawn from the reserve on Midgard to Hell's strength ladder. Well, we've done that once, so we're about to do it again. That means we've already activated Jormungand once. If there are not enough, then we lose the game with that as well. And that's all he does. But as you can see, he's moving to this island. You can see there's 2 guys on there. That's actually bad. That means 2 of these fine fellows are going down here to Hell's realm, where they're going, their souls are going to Hell. They're going to strengthen Hell. And now she is at a strength 4, so she's tough. And what that means is that basically when we fight, we always win, but there's a risk. And the risk right now is 4 points of damage. So we have to figure out how to mitigate that to the best possible ability we have. Thor's pretty good at mitigating damage, and he's actually got something, I think, against Loki, not Hell. So we got to figure that out pretty soon. But now we do get to take Tyr's turn. Tyr is going to finish off the middle realms here by going over to the Dwarven lands. And I'm going to mix up these tokens again and drop another one there so that we only have the 3 lower realms that we have to deal with now. That's not too bad. Now, the last thing that happens in this part is we take the 2 Jormungand cards and they go back to the bottom of Thor's and Tyr's deck. Now, if you're clever, you can start to kind of memorize how these come out of the deck, but we're not that clever, and we're not playing it consistently enough, like in one setting, to be able to do that. So right now, that's where we're at. And that is a full round of the game right now. Now again, this is a scenario. So in a normal game, we wouldn't be doing this. In a normal game, we'd be trying to beat back the enemies and survive and have some other win conditions. And if we were just playing a basic or hard game. But this is the win condition for this scenario. I know it seems very simple, but it's supposed to start us off on this saga about Baldur's murder. So I think with that, we can take one more turn. And since that went pretty fast, I think these are going to go pretty fast too, because we have the ability to drop into realms and just drop these tokens down, except for Freya. So we'll see how this goes. Let's draw their new cards out. So we're going to get Thor's card right here. We'll get Tyr's card, and we'll get Freya's card. Okay, here we go. I think we'll start with Freya again. Let's start with her and see what she gets. Ooh, Loki. So Loki is going to activate. That's 2 cards for Loki. And here is Loki. So it says, when Loki is activated, move him to the world where your god standee is. Okay, let's look at that. Loki is on the top of the world tree with Asgard and the Vanheim and the Elflands, Alfheim. He's going to move over to where Freya is. It was Freya, right? Yeah, Freya is. And disrupt her work there. So he's getting in her way, meaning that if she stays and pulls dice, then that's not going to be very good for her. She's not, though, so it's okay. Then it says, if any enemy is already present in the world where Loki is moving to, the world becomes immediately devastated. There's not. There's no other enemies there, so we're good there. And then it says, turn the mid-level clockwise 1 position. That kind of bites. But let's do that. So here is the mid-level. We're going to turn it 1. Yeah, let's see, that's that right there. Yeah, 1 clockwise is going to be there. Okay, and there we have it. The tree has been moved, and now we're going to have to drop into realms we weren't wanting to drop into. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. And then lastly, we're going to activate a Jotun. Jotun in the realm of Loki. I mean, lots of bad things happen when Loki comes out, doesn't it? We're also going to we're going to draw the top Jotun card. We're going to then take the Frost Giant with the lowest value from Loki's ladder and place it on the spot indicated on the card. That means Loki gets tougher, and here we go. So here is the Jotun deck. Let's see what we get. We get Belli. He is going on, which realm is that? Let's see, it's just a little arrow. I can't tell. Let's find it. Don't know which realm this is. There, it's okay. It's the Fire Giant realm. So he's going to go to the Fire Giant realm. So we're going to put that right here. Now, he doesn't really do anything. He's not. Some of them have special abilities. He doesn't. He's just going to be a nuisance. But this comes off of here, meaning that Loki is now strength 3. And his nuisance is that he's going to block the ability of this realm. So that kind of sucks. So he's right there. We got to take care of these guys. There's been 2 of them that have come out. I have them stacked right here in a discard pile. And that is going to be the end. That's all that Loki's going to do at that point. So we're okay there. Now, though, Loki's cards are going back to the bottom of the player's decks. It's going to be Thor again. Thor got a couple of cards back this turn. And Freya. But now we actually get to take Freya's turn. Do I want her to stay there and get some more dice? If she goes to get the elves, she can pick up 2 more elves. She's not going to be able to get a token down this turn. The other 2 will have to do that. So I think we're going to do that. If she stays here, she's going to suffer the penalty. And what am I talking about? This chart right here shows us what happens when you're on a land. If there's an enemy, you only get to take the minimum reward. If you're by yourself, you get to take the middle reward. If you're there with another hero, you get to take the best reward, another god. Now, in the case, you could also have an enemy and another god there and get that middle reward. Well, we're right now in Vanheim, so it would just mean that she would draw 2 dice out. Not as great. If she goes to the elf lands, she'll get to draw 2 elves. I think that's much better. You could also go to Asgard and kick butt on a Jotun, but I think we'll do that after we get a couple more elves. So she's just going to move over here and, as her action, collect a couple of elves for her army. She's got a bunch. So that is very, very good for Freya. Okay, now let's go to, we'll either go with, I don't know, Thor or Tyr, doesn't matter. I think we'll go with Thor. I kind of want Thor to knock back Jormungand because he's at the last of the islands. If he goes again real soon, we're in trouble. But we're going to have, he drew a Nidhogg card. Nidhogg's not going to do anything yet. So let's go take his turn. What I really want to do is drop him down a level and drop the token. We only got 3 to go. I think we can do it before Jormungand ends up killing us all, right? So let's see. Here's Jormungand. If he moves 1 more island and then can't move again, we lose the game, I believe. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to drop down to here to the land of the Frost Giants. We're going to put another token down. We only have 2 left to go to win the scenario. And that's Thor's turn, though. We're just going around collecting the promises of the creatures of the lands. Okay, last but not least, we got Tyr. Tyr drew Surt. So Surt's not going to do anything. That's good news for us. Let's go to Tyr and see what he's going to do. So here's Tyr right here. He's in the land of the dwarves. I'm going to have him drop down to the land of the fire giants and drop one of the last 2 tokens there. Now all we got to do is get over here to Hell's area, in Hell, I guess, and drop the last one down, and we're in good shape. But that marks the end of this session. So I know it doesn't seem like real exciting right now, but just keep in mind, and I'm not going to spoil it too much, there's more to do here. We just got to get on with it, right? So the story's going to unfold. Right now we're putting these promise tokens out. Next up, some different things happen. I don't know how far we're going to get into this scenario, this session, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get it. A lot of it's going to depend on you guys. If you want to keep playing this, I absolutely will, and we'll keep going through it. But, you know, we got the Stygian Society up right now. I got the new Tapestry expansion I'd like to get to the table, and some other things. I just got the Few and the Cursed as well, came in. So there's lots of things to do. I want to play Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, I mean, you name it. But anyway, that's where we're at right now, so let's stop here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Yggdrasil Chronicles. I'm trying to play the Baldur's Murder scenario to get us started, show you what that's like. Maybe this will prove out to be a game you like, or maybe I'm showing you that you don't. Either way, I appreciate you taking a gander. Please comment as well. I'm happy to chat with you about the game, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Take care.